This is why you only want to change one thing at a time, but I was having some issues with the audio playing through the actual system itself, and so I was like, hey, maybe it'll be a good idea to adjust some stuff and see if I can figure it out. And I thought I had everything set back to the way it was originally, but clearly I did not. And thank you so much for tuning in, guys. My name is ATX Crypto. We do a daily stream live every single day here at 1:30 Central Standard Time. And we discuss primarily focusing the Richard Heart ecosystem of HEX, PulseChain, and PulseX. And yesterday we actually went over some data looking into PulseChain, what was possible for PulseChain when it first launched, along with what could have been possible for HEX in the future. And, you know, looking at a lot of stuff, folks, HEX has been on an absolute tear. I've been absolutely loving it. So let me get back to this screen where I can show you over here. And bam. All right. So check this out, folks. Look at what HEX is doing, sitting currently at 5.327 cents. Yes, sir. Fucking A. Sign me up on that. I'm gonna play some music just in case, but if that starts echoing again, just for whatever reason, I don't have my headphones on today. Give me a little heads up. Let me know how that's sounding as well. And if the music's not even pulling up as well, I can always just kind of turn it off. But all right, folks. So yesterday we actually looked at what was possible for PulseChain. We looked at a few comparisons, and I will show them with you right now as well. But really, it came down to what was possible in the future for PulseChain. Now, this was actually coming from a big scenario of trying to make sure that we understand that it's going to be very similar to launching other layer 1 products and projects. So, if I pull this up right here, and yeah, it's very odd. It's not showing me. I probably need to do a restart. In all reality, that's probably what needs to happen. But I can show you here on this screen. We'll just kind of zoom in over here. But essentially what this one's showing is the current launch of PulseChain and what's possible for PulseChain in the future. So if you missed this stream yesterday, feel free to go back. I also had a video that I broke this down and snuck it into a little smaller snippet. So if you're wanting to go check that out, you definitely can. But essentially it's showing that we have an average out of these 6 projects, very similar to PulseChain, have done a 4,000x in little less than 4 years, right at 3.8 years, folks. So if I look at something like this, it truly shows me what could be possible for the future of PulseChain. Now, this was a brief example, and we dove into each of the projects as well yesterday, so I wanted to do something similar with PulseX, as a matter of fact. So PulseX is another project that Richard Heart is launching, and it has other similar comparisons, right? Now, none of these decentralized exchanges or DEXs launched with the launch of a layer 1 project. So you got to understand that right from the jump. PulseX is already going to be way different than everything else that you can see already, right? Because there has been no other layer 1 to launch with the decentralized exchange ready to rock and roll with it right away. So looking at what we have here, this is still showing a 519x in 363 days for an average. Now this is out of 8 different protocols. We got Uniswap, 1inch, SushiSwap, Inject, I forget this one. We got PancakeSwap, SNX, LRC, and Rune. All of these are decentralized exchanges, and you can see the multiples in which they did. Absolute tear. 107x, a 10x, not too crazy, a 50x, a 38x, a 198x, an 883x, 192x, and a 2600x. in a little over 600 days. So that's about a year and a half of time. Close to 2 years, a year and a half of time. That is pretty freaking incredible. And this is just a basic example saying 520. Feedback is a little strong. Guys, I'm not sure what I changed. I changed something. And it's brutal. And I'm going to have to restart the system, reset everything. That was a crazy noise that my dog was just making. I don't want to put out a poor quality stream, man. I hate this. Not gonna lie. I feel like the streams have been getting better and better and better, and this just kind of like, you know, put a little wrench in the stream, you know, for myself. Anytime you have to problem and troubleshoot, it can be a little bit annoying. So I'll go through this briefly. PulseX has the potential to do a 600X or 500X in a little over 1 year. So just keep that in mind with what you got going on. HEX is on an absolute tear. This will be a very quick stream today due to the fact of issues, and we're going to get through the issues, and we're going to get, you know, past all of it and you know, come back tomorrow even better once everything has been fixed. We have HEX doing an absolute run right now. It actually got as high as 5.5 cents. I wanted to briefly show y'all as well. We have the Uniswap liquidity pool. For those of y'all who aren't familiar with this is essentially saying everything to the left of the red line is a buy or is a sell order, basically saying they're going to sell their HEX when the price reaches this amount. Everything to the right is now a buy wall, saying that they are going to buy their HEX when the price reaches this. This is phenomenal. We do not have a lot of room. So if HEX can pass the 5.5 cent range, guys, there's not too many orders in place right here to sell HEX, which just means that it could be pumping that much faster for everyone. So looking at this real briefly, I wanted to show you that. I also wanted to go through the PulseChain devs. They have the current devs doing February 7th of 2023 for 2 devs in PulseChain. Very active in this. Brett Paulson has been active every day since the start of January 2023, and looking to see this continue. If there's going to be feedback, I don't want to continue streaming. I don't like streaming with the issues. So, folks, that'll be wrapping up the stream today, as a matter of fact. It'll be a little short stream. I apologize to everyone. Yeah, we definitely need to knock out that wall for sure. Knock out that wall. Yeah, this wall right here we just need to get past. And there's really just nothing that's going to hold HEX back. The limit orders aren't really in place to sell HEX. And so, I know, Nathan, I know, Echo's horrible. I'm not sure what I changed. I changed something, so the stream is going to be short today. Due to the unfortunate scenario of what we got going on with the stream and the echo. So, folks, it was an absolute blast being here. I will get my sound issues fixed, worked, and tested. Stay tuned. Be sure to like, subscribe if you want to come back for better content. Check out some previous streams if you don't believe that I at least put out better content. But I will look forward to hearing you soon or talking to y'all soon. Have a wonderful afternoon. Happy hump day. Let's keep HEX going. Peace.